This is unbelievable, my friend. Just when everyone lost sight of the Eagles roster being locked in and unbeatable, a new bombshell emerges from the NFL's sidelines. An expert has put Philadelphia's name in the running for none other than one of the league's most feared pass rushers. Just imagine this monster wearing green and white, adding to an already elite defense. Well, it could happen, and I'll tell you exactly how. But that's not all. New information shows that Howie Roseman isn't finished on the market yet, and more trades may be coming to further strengthen this ship. So subscribe to the channel and come with me, because what I'm about to reveal to you now could completely change the course of the season. The Philadelphia Eagles are already considered by many to be the most talented and complete team in the NFL, and rightly so. After winning Super Bowl licks in epic fashion against the Kansas City Chiefs, the Eagles proved to the world just how elite their player base is. With stars in every department and a rock-solid defense, tempo seems unbeatable. However, what some imagined is that even with significant losses during the offseason, like Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, Brandon Graham, and even C.J. Gardner-Johnson, tempo remains at an extremely high level and doesn't seem likely to stop there. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles are being placed in the running for another addition that could further boost their defense. Trey Hendrickson, the Cincinnati Bengals' feared pass rusher. With season after season of dominating opposing quarterbacks, Hendrickson is already considered one of the NFL's top defensive prospects. But a major twist came with the news that the Bengals are ready to listen to offers for him. And which team was the first team mentioned by the experts? That's right, the Philadelphia Eagles. Just imagine the possibility of Hendrickson, one of the league's most effective pass rushers, joining the Eagles' defensive captain. Have you ever imagined that monstrosity being part of the rotation, alongside names like Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, and of course the promising Nolan Smith? This reinforcement could be just what's needed to further elevate Philadelphia's already feared defense. But there's a crucial question. Will the team actually move to secure this signing? While the Eagles' defense is already one of the most consistent, with the loss of some cornerstones, adding Hendrickson could transform this defensive line into a veritable nightmare for quarterbacks. The point is, the team isn't desperate for more immediate reinforcements, but with Howie Roseman at the helm, you never know when a big move will happen. Roseman, who was the mastermind behind deals like the A.J. Brown signing, is one of the most aggressive and astute general managers in the league. He's not afraid to gamble big when he believes time is the key to achieving something big, and the fact that the Eagles still have salary cap space and draft picks at their disposal creates a scenario ripe for a damaging trade. Now, which brings us to an even more intriguing question. How much would the Eagles be willing to invest to bring Hendrickson to Philadelphia? We know he would be a significant addition to this defense, which, despite some losses, still boasts an extremely solid foundation. Hendrickson would bring experience and production that could make a difference at crucial moments in the season, such as the battles for the NFC East lead, or even the battle for another Super Bowl title. What truly puts the Eagles in an advantageous position is their perfect scheduling. Howie Roseman would never pass up an opportunity for us to break out. If Hendrickson proves to be a key missing piece, the Eagles won't hesitate to attempt a trade. After all, with such fierce competition in the NFC and the mission of reaching another Super Bowl, the team is always looking for more strength. The next few days promise to be intense, and the big question will be whether the Philadelphia Eagles will take another bold step toward supremacy. Expectations are high, and fans certainly can't help but dream about Hendrickson's impact on an already unbeatable defense. But anyone who thinks Trey Hendrickson's move will be the last is mistaken. Behind-the-scenes reports indicate that Howie Roseman still has his cards in store to strengthen the roster. The Philadelphia Eagles, after solidifying themselves as one of the NFL's most formidable powers, have just made a significant move to further strengthen their roster. Last Sunday, the team made a strategic acquisition to acquire John Mechie, the talented wide receiver from the Houston Texans. Mechie's arrival is a clear sign that Philadelphia is focused on strengthening the receiving core and ensuring that their offense remains one of the league's biggest threats. But, as is always the case with the Eagles under the astute Howie Roseman, this may be just the tip of the iceberg. Mechie's transfer may be just the first step in a broader plan to build an even stronger roster for the 2025 season. Several experts point out that far from being satisfied with the current roster composition, Roseman is monitoring the market and seeking new opportunities to improve the Eagles' defense. The message is clear. Philadelphia wants to continue its relentless pursuit of a Super Bowl title, and that could mean more trades soon. One of the areas generating the most speculation about future trades is the cornerback position. Although the team already boasts two of the best players at the position in Darius Slay and James Bradbury, the question of the second starting cornerback, CB2, is still open, generating some uncertainty. In such a competitive division, where teams like the Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants are always ready to challenge, this type of gap could be a weak point for opponents to exploit. Even with the excellent performance of Slay and Bradbury, the uncertainty surrounding the CB2 position could be a critical factor in the success of the Eagles' defense. Besides the cornerback position, another issue that has generated considerable discussion within the NFL is the pass rusher rotation. Currently, the team boasts promising players like Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt, but depth at the position is a risk. While these young players have significant potential, in the long term, a more robust rotation could ensure the Eagles maintain a consistent threat against opposing quarterbacks, regardless of how the season unfolds. The NFC East is packed with powerful offenses, and a strong pass rush can be key to ensuring defensive supremacy. The good news is that Howie Roseman isn't shy about investing in strengthening these areas. He's already demonstrated a genius at negotiating with the ability to bring big names to Philadelphia, such as the signing of A.J. Brown. And with a specific number of draft picks and salary cap flexibility, the Eagles are in a prime position to make significant moves. But what exactly might the weather be aiming for? Who are the top targets who could be the next to don the Eagles' green and gold jersey? Among the names being speculated, one of the most interesting is Baltimore Ravens pass rusher David Ojabo. Although Ojabo's career has been plagued by injuries, the young man possesses a destructive ability that cannot be ignored. He was seen as one of the most promising talents in his class, but suffered a torn Achilles tendon in 2022 and, more recently, an ACL injury. These injuries have slowed his development, but Ojabo's talent is still there. If the Eagles can acquire him at a reasonable price, he could become a key part of the pass rushing rotation, offering not only potential but also depth on the defensive line. Another name gaining attention is Kansas City Chiefs cornerback Joshua Williams. Williams has been a solid starter on the Chiefs defense, and with Kansas City's deep cornerback core, he could be available at an affordable price. This could be a smart move for the Eagles, as Williams, with his valuable experience, could be the perfect addition to the CB2 position. His development potential is immense, and he could fit perfectly into the Eagles' scheme, further enhancing the quality of the secondary. However, the options don't end there. The safety position also remains a potential area for reinforcement. Drew Makuba, the Heat's projected free safety, has plenty of talent, but NFL experience is still something he needs to develop. The Eagles can explore the market and seek more depth at safety, ensuring they won't be vulnerable to injuries or performance declines throughout the season. And while the front office continues to look for new names to strengthen the lineup, news has emerged in Dallas that could make things even easier for the Eagles in the opening game. The Dallas Cowboys, as we all know, have been a thorn in the side of the Philadelphia Eagles for many years, especially in the NFC East division. However, a recent decision by the Cowboys could give the Eagles a special advantage in their Week 1 matchup. Coach Brian Schottenheimer announced that Joe Milton would be the Cowboys' starting quarterback against the Atlanta Falcons. This means that Dak Prescott, the starting QB, will not play in the preseason, something he hasn't done since 2019. While the preseason is theoretically of lesser importance, the fact that Prescott isn't playing could hamper the quarterback's rhythm, especially after his hamstring injury that caused him to miss the last 9 games of the previous regular season. For the Eagles, this represents a golden opportunity. Prescott, who is already recovering from a serious injury, could use the preseason games to regain his rhythm and prepare for the season. However, by choosing to be cautious, the Cowboys may be giving up a crucial element early in the season: game experience. This could also be a huge benefit for the Eagles, who dominated the Cowboys last season, winning both matchups by a combined 75-13. Motivation is high as they celebrate their Super Bowl title and are ready to kick off the season with a bang. While Prescott isn't quite at his peak, the Eagles roster is already well coordinated and ready to start the season with a bang. With the Eagles being considered favorites to win, fans can expect high expectations for this matchup. The season is off to a strong start, and with the Eagles' advantage over the Cowboys, Week 1 promises to be a big one for Philadelphia. Based on the Eagles' recent moves, could the addition of Trey Hendrickson to the defense, along with potential trades to bolster the cornerback position and pass rushing dynamics, be what the Philadelphia Eagles need to win the NFC East and secure another Super Bowl title this season? Leave your opinion here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Eagles news.